Hey, I am so excited to be here on location at Crossroads Cornmaze with the visionary Miss Paula Perry. Paula, I'm so excited to talk to you today.
Good. I'm excited about you being here.
So we actually met at the Raleigh Home Show a couple of weeks ago, and I just always love spotting another woman of faith. I don't know. I was just like, she looks really nice, and she helped me because I was very confused about what I was supposed to do next.
Where the exit was.
Where's the exit? I was ready to go. I was overstimulated. But she told me about this amazing corn maze out here in Wendell, North Carolina. And this is a Christ-inspired business.
Yes, absolutely.
And
yes.
I love this because the very first thing I said to you, I don't know if you remember, I said, "Is it scary?" And you said,
I said, no, it is not. We are not a haunted maze.
and I was really excited about that because I don't do scary. And you were talking about how a lot of people were trying to talk you out of this, but you said
yes.
no.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
God wanted you to do something that lifts him up. So tell me more about that. The vision 9 years ago?
9 years. This is our 9th season. We started out on Lewisbury Road and had no power source, no anything. Everything we did was run by generator.
Wow.
And so great group of kids that has helped us over the years. They're adults now, but the very first year they said, "Miss Paula, we've got to do a haunted maze. We would make so much money." Well, our maze, we have a signature cross that is cut out in our maze every year. That is our statement that we are Christ followers. And so we have that in our maze every year. And I told the kids, I said, "I'm not feeling good about this."
Yeah.
And so I said, I want to, I need to pray about it. And I said, I prayed about it. Hey, how are you?
We've got guests coming in, y'all. This is opening day,
That's
so we're
right.
really excited.
It is. It's opening day. But I prayed about it, and the Lord said no. He said, "Do not bring that evil up into my maze."
That's right.
And He let me know if I honor Him, He will grow this maze. So I let the kids know. I said, "Look, God said no," and I said, "I've got to honor Him." And I said, "But He will honor us and bless us if we honor Him." And I said, "So let's just honor the Lord in this." I said, "He will grow us."
Yeah.
Well, 9 years later, and we are very big. I mean, He has grown us tremendously, and these kids have seen God's faithfulness.
Yeah.
He has seen, they have seen His faithfulness, and so it blesses me to know that the Lord let them know. We came from such a small, following to a huge following, and it's just from being obedient.
That's amazing. And so this year's corn maze is 5 acres.
It's 5. It's always been 5 acres, and this year we are at this new location. Well, it's not new, but it's 4 years new.
Yeah.
So 5 years in the other location and 4 years here. And so this is home, and this is where it will always be. But we have a kids maze, we have an adult maze, and I have people every single year that tell me, "Thank you for giving us an option," because there are so many mazes out there now, and they're haunted.
Yep.
And not everybody wants that.
I'm one of those not everybody. I am.
Yeah, but I have people every year that come up to me and tell me, "Thank you for giving us an option."
Yeah.
And I just, it's the Lord, because when you're faithful to Him, He's faithful to us. Even when we're not faithful to Him, He's still faithful to us. We don't deserve it, but His grace and mercy is beyond.
Yeah.
There's
this social media trend that I just don't like, and I don't know if you've seen it or not. And it's like 5 unhinged things I did to start my business, and it's baffling to me that they put talking to God. I'm like, why is that unhinged?
we live in a backwards world.
Yeah.
We really do. And things that are godly in so many ways are so wrong to others. But the Bible tells us that His word is going to be offensive,
Yes.
and to those that are perishing, it's rubbish. I mean, it doesn't make sense to them, you know.
Yes.
And I tell you, this every year we open, I pray and I ask the Lord to completely cover this property,
Yeah.
to protect us. And one of my main prayers this year was, Lord, when they pull onto our drive,
Yeah.
when their car hits that pavement,
Yeah.
let them feel a peace that they may not understand. Some may understand, but it will be your Holy Spirit that is a peace that just passes all understanding. Let them feel that peace here. And I had a lady that came up to me last night, and the reason I tell you this is it was such a blessing to know that God heard my prayer.
Yeah.
She came up and she said, she says, I told my husband, I feel so peaceful here.
Really?
And I looked at her and I said, let me tell you about my prayer. And she says, oh my goodness, she goes, when we pulled in, I told my husband, this seems so peaceful.
It really is.
So God is so good. He's so good. And he's just blessed us just immensely. And we love being able to bless others, with what he's blessed us with.
Yeah. I know one of the things that I also appreciated about this work is that you do have a philanthropic opportunity here. And so you said every year you figure out a community to bless from firefighters, etc. So which community of servants is being blessed through this corn maze this year?
Oh my goodness. We are labeling our corn maze this year heroes. We could not, my daughter and I sat down, we thought, well, where do we want to go this year,
Yeah.
And there's so many people who have blessed us and blessed everybody. So we named it Heroes. And so each weekend we're designating a weekend to our heroes.
Yeah.
This weekend is our educators.
Yay.
So we are honoring our teachers. They teach our children. God bless them.
Yes.
They should be paid, top pay. But we are honoring our teachers this weekend.
Yeah.
Next weekend is farmers.
Nice.
So we're going to honor our farmers, and we're going to have a whole day just designated to the farmers. We're going to have, it's called the International Chapter 37. It's a group of men who have restored tractors. They're going to bring those out here and display them.
Wow.
So we get to, look at that, and that's a lot of fun. We're going to have a food truck rodeo that weekend on Saturday from 11 to 4. The following weekend is going to be our healthcare workers, nurses, doctors, those guys that take care of us. The next weekend will be our first responders, so our firefighters. And that's very dear to my heart because my son is a firefighter. So I come from a family full of firefighters. My brother, my niece's husband, we just have lots of that in our family. So we're honoring them. They'll bring the fire trucks out, and that's a lot of fun. And then our last weekend, we're going to honor our military. They deserve top line there because they put themselves out on the line for us and our freedom. So we're going to honor them on our last weekend.
That is amazing. And so if you are one of those listed heroes, definitely check out this amazing Crossroads Corn Maze. And I just want to say that that's so telling of how God continues to expand his kingdom, right? Like he tells us to do one part, and then he multiplies whatever our efforts are.
Oh, he does. He just multiplies it beyond. And
it doesn't feel like work, does it?
No, it doesn't. I tell you, now getting up to this point, my family would tell you differently, and I tell all of our staff.
Yeah.
They know Miss Paula, before Corn Maze, and Miss Paula during. And they're like, they tell all the newbies, they say, okay, she might snap at you, but she loves you. She loves you. And I have to tell them that if I snap at you, I'm not, I still love you, but I just, come on, let's get this stuff done.
Let's go.
Let's go. We got a job to do,
Urgency.
And once we're open, I just love, just enjoying everybody.
Yeah.
So,
Let's talk about God's timing for a second, because all of my women who listen to me are women in business, and I don't know about you, but I might have been labeled type A in a past life, maybe a control person. But you said on numerous occasions God's given you 48 hours
woo,
to stand this thing up. So
yes,
what do you think he is working on in you and in this process to say, I got this?
trust.
Yes.
Trust me. Every year, I mean, from the moment we plant the corn,
Yeah.
my anxiety starts going like this.
Yep.
Just it creeps up, and I just get so anxious. And my husband tells me constantly, I can't control the weather. God's got this. God has got. But I'm like, but we have to have a good maze for the people, for the customers. They have to. We've got to. You know, that's where my heart is. I want it to be fun for everybody. I
Yeah.
want it to be beautiful. You know, I have my way,
Hmm.
but God has
Yes.
His.
That's right.
And so He really works on me every year about trust me.
Yeah.
Quit trying to control it. You can't control it. You
Yep.
have to trust me. I know where your heart is, and I'm going to bless this maze. So, yeah, the last 2 years He's given me 48 hours to pull all this together. So it's it's trying, but he does it. He does it every
Every
year.
year. So, what can people expect beyond the corn maze? Because the other thing I love about this is it's not just the corn maze. There's the kids maze, the hay maze, but what other activities can people expect at the day or the night when they come out?
Oh my goodness. We have a lot of giant yard games. The kids have a blast. We've got volleyball, we've got badminton, we've got giant Jenga, we've got checkers, we just a ton of cornhole.
Yeah.
We had the disc golf,
Yeah.
and that's the daytime because that goes through the woods a little bit, so we don't have power source down there. So that is a daytime game. But fire pits at night. The day and the night is so different. Day is very kind of laid back, and people just kind of stroll in and stroll out, and then at 6:30 it's like ants coming down the hill. I mean, people come out, it livens up. We turn on the lights, the fire pits get going, so we sell hot chocolate, hot cider, s'mores. You know, we light the fire pits, and you know, we have food trucks, and so there's so much going on. And you know, and if you just want to sit back and chill and people watch, you know, that's a lot of fun too.
That really is.
Yep.
So let's just say I'm going to be brave enough to get through the heroes corn maze. How long does it take on average to get through the maze? Like, we're successful here.
Okay, so I tell everybody every year, it depends on how competitive you are.
I'm so competitive.
Well, in the adult maze, there's 10 scavenger hunt items.
Okay.
So you have to find all 10.
Okay.
You take a picture of them, and then when you come out, you take your picture to our concessions, and they've got a prize basket for you.
Okay.
For all your effort. But now, the scavenger hunt items can be in any dead end. It could be anywhere in this 5-acre maze. So you have to really be diligent about looking. We have had years where we've had a little bubble, you know, the little bubbles that you give out at weddings.
Yeah.
We've had that in a 5-acre corn maze for people to find. We've had a pacifier. We always have something that is the challenging item that everybody has to find, that one last item.
Wow.
So you could be out there for an hour.
Okay.
If you're real successful, could be an hour, a little bit longer. Some are out there, they come out and then they go back out there because they didn't find everything.
Couldn't find it.
So so it just depends. You can walk the maze at night, which is absolutely gorgeous at night. And you know, probably walk it in, I don't know, 20-30 minutes.
Okay.
Depending on how, you know, turned around you get. And I hope you get turned around. People ask me all the time, am I going to get lost?
Yes.
And my answer is, I hope so. Because if you don't, I have not done my job.
That's right.
So,
Are you allowed to tell our viewers what the challenging item is this year?
oh my goodness. Well, right now I don't know. It happens like as the season progresses. It'll
Gotcha.
be a one item, and my daughter is in charge of the scavenger hunt.
Okay.
So she takes our map and then she labels, she numbers where all the items are.
Right.
And so I don't even know. I haven't even looked to see where she's put everything.
Okay.
So the items are here. Let me look
They're
and
on the list
see.
here. Yeah.
It could be.
That apple
Well,
seems pretty challenging.
that could be challenging. Yep. And she finds some of the greatest places to put the items.
Hide the items. Wow.
Yeah.
Hello. Another satisfied
Aw,
customer. Oh my
so
goodness.
cute.
Okay, so we've got our list, we've got our scavenger hunt, we got our corn maze. Anything else that people will be really excited about when they come out here? We've got games, unhealthy food. That's the other thing.
Oh, yes. In our concessions, we have tried really hard to keep our prices down so that it doesn't break the bank.
That's
for a
awesome.
family to come out. We
Yeah.
want everybody to be able to experience, this area in Crossroads Cornmaze. In our concessions, everything is $2.
Wow.
And so, we want people to be able, and there's nothing healthy. I tell everybody
Nothing
there's
healthy.
absolutely nothing healthy other than water.
Okay.
Everything else is terribly bad for you, but you get one fun day a year, right?
That's right.
So, so they can go and eat the junk food that they don't normally get on a daily basis.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
One last question here. You've been waving this thing around in your hand. This is our
yes.
map here. This is your one and only cheat sheet
That's
to
right.
get through the maze. So if you want to go through and your signature cross here with the word heroes spelled out, just so intentional with every single aspect of this corn maze.
Yes. Yes.
I'm so excited. So Paula promised if I came out here by myself, she was going to be my best friend to walk with me through the maze.
And we will get lost together.
And we're going to get lost together. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Give us the exact address so people know where to find us.
Absolutely. We are at 5712 Watkins Road, Wendell, North Carolina. Zip code is 27591.
That is amazing. Paula, I'm so excited. Let's go get lost in the maze.
Okay, that sounds good to me.